Start to smash. Oh.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, my name is Adrian Brandt, and this is my first video. When time.
Seriously?
Hey, you quit shooting me!
Oh, come on! Man, made some really videos over the years. What is up, peoples of the interconnected net? I've been on this platform for a while, and I've made my fair share of total garbage content. I think it's time that we take a look back and talk about it.
What is up, peoples of the interconnected net? It is me, Adrian Brandt, aka I'm Not Copying Fred.
Taking a look at different YouTubers and their stories on how they got started, or where different creators got their inspiration from, has always intrigued me. I've always liked taking a peek behind that curtain to see why, why they got started, or why did they get into making videos in the first place. I like seeing those kinds of questions get answered. I especially like to see how much people change from when they first start. Everybody grows, it's just human nature, but with that growth, do they take advantage of it and learn from their failures and try to learn new things and become better? Or do they just stay stagnant and fall into obscurity, doing the same thing over and over and over again? So with that, I want to tell you a story. A story about a boy with the problem of hyperfixation and trying to learn how to express his creativities to the best of his abilities, but is also not sure how to. This is a story about me and how I created I'm Not Copying Fred Productions.
Sleepless nights at the chateau. Visualize it.
It's on,
Coach, wherever we go. Visualize it.
Oh, dude, you're naked!
You know, the sequel to the Golden Mario.
What are you guys doing up there? I'm going to be doing the treasure challenge.
Doing like I owe you some money.
It's definitely a video.
Spread it like peanut butter jelly. Doing like I owe you some money. Money, 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 money.
Hey, you?
Spread it like.
Let me take you back to the year 2011, where a young boy named Adrian watched a lot of YouTube, watching the likes of Smosh, Equals3, The Annoying Orange, and Fred. You might know where I'm going with this, but don't get ahead of me just yet. You see, over the years, I've taken a lot of inspiration from the stuff I watched into the videos that I create. I even still do that to this day. A lot of my writing and comedy now is taking inspiration from stuff like Smosh, Scott the Woz, and Eddie Burback, just to name a few. You'll start to notice this pattern as we continue to go through my history. However, before we get there, we need to talk about my problem with hyperfixation. You see, I have this bad habit of when I start to like something, I get mega obsessed over it. Like it's all I can talk about, it's all I think about. I need to consume everything there is to know about this topic or thing. And this obsession can last for a couple of weeks to a couple of months. But I would have never thought that one of my obsessions would impact my life more than my random obsession with Fred. Fred was a character made and portrayed by Lucas Crankshank. The character was Lucas with a high-pitched, almost Alvin and the Chipmunk-like voice, pretending to be a 5-year-old running around screaming and complaining about stuff and just generally being annoying. It was a simple premise, but one that really worked at the time. The character first appeared in a video on October 30th, 2006 on the YouTube channel JKL Productions, which was a channel Lucas had made with his cousins John and Katie. After the success of the character exploded, Lucas went off and made his own channel, appropriately named Fred. He there continued to make more videos based around the Fred character and grew his success more and more, even being the first YouTube channel to surpass 1 million subscribers. From there, his success got so big it caught the eye of Nickelodeon execs, which led him to a cameo on iCarly, which also led to a bigger relationship with Nickelodeon. That got him 3 movies and a Fred TV show, which are...
Jeez.
you know.
Now it's solid. Solid as a rock.
I'm gonna smell like green apples.
Bad, it was bad. Not even my nostalgia goggles can save it, but it was the early 2010s. I don't think anybody would expect them to be good nowadays, to be totally honest.
Yeah! My house! Sorry, sir.
Holy shit, was that John Cena? He also got to release 2 musical albums, being Who's Ready to Party and It's Hackin' Christmas with Fred. Yeah, just like the movies, I don't see these songs holding up well today. Is it weird that I haven't heard that song since 2011, but yet I still remember all the words? I think that's just more sad than weird. Honestly, I could keep going. I have enough information about Fred that it could warrant its own video. But that's not why we're here today. The reason I explained a little bit of Fred's history is just to give you some backstory to my obsession that led to the creation of my very own YouTube channel. Because back in 2011, this annoying little piece of fell deep down the Fred rabbit hole, watching his videos nonstop, listening to the albums on repeat, and even renting the first movie and watching it 8 times in a row in 3 days before the rental period ended. Oh, there's no joke. I really did that. The f was wrong with me? To add a little backstory to me, I like to do voices, and one of my favorite voices to do was this high-pitched sounding voice that honestly sounds a lot like Barbie from the Barbie World cartoon. But at the time, I thought it sounded exactly like Fred. So I thought, hey, Fred is really popular, and I can easily do this voice that sounds exactly like him. I have a laptop with a webcam, why not make my own videos? So with this premise in mind, I just need a name for the channel. Well, I'm pretty much copying Fred, and people will call it out. Why not name it something to prevent those comments and kind of wink to the idea? I named it I'm Not Copying Fred. Obviously. It honestly took me 4 attempts to make a channel, those of which all had different names. I don't remember what they were, but what I do know is the one that worked was I'm Not Copying Fred, clearly. So I had a channel, I had a name, now all that's left is to make videos and sit back and watch the success roll in. Spoiler alert, that never happened. But that didn't stop me from trying anyways. I grabbed my netbook, sat on my couch in the living room, and hit record.
Hi, my name is Adrian and welcome to my YouTube channel. Some people say I'm copying Fred, but I'm not copying Fred. I'm doing my own thing. This is a unique thing that I came up with and doing. Oh my god, there was a weird voice that said you were outside my house. It's so creepy. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Hopefully I don't die. Bye!
I published it for about an hour and then quickly deleted it because I thought it was too cringy. So back to the drawing board I went until one random Wednesday in May 2011 where I guess I really didn't like school that day or something because I busted out my laptop once again and made a vlog rant video that I called School is Gay. You're telling me I deleted the Fred parodies because I thought it was too cringe, but yet kept this one up for years? Just when I think I start to understand me, I throw a curveball like this. Makes no sense. This was a video of me ranting about how I don't like school and how school is gay. Look, I know this is a controversial topic to talk about, but it was the early 2010s. Everything was described as gay. It's not my fault, I'm just a child of the times. But I have evolved since then, and I now know that school can be bi.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I did it, I uploaded a video, and I didn't delete it right away. I now have a YouTube channel that I can do whatever I want with. But without doing the Fred parodies, I had to find some new ideas to come up with. What could my channel be about? I could be the guy that does rants and vlogs. I could do sketches like Smosh. I could animate my lips on inanimate objects and make them talk like the annoying orange. Yeah, it was clear that the creative part of my brain hadn't fully unlocked yet. I was stuck making my version of other people's stuff that I was watching at the time. And now that I say that out loud, I'm still kind of doing that. 12 years later, and I'm still doing the same stuff I was doing when I was 11, just in better quality. Do you ever change as a person? Does the outside just grow old, but your mind stays the same? Am I just a boy inside a man? Wait, that didn't sound right. Sir, why don't you have a seat right there? I knew it didn't sound right. Over the years, I've tried all different kinds of stuff to try and make it as a YouTuber, throwing different series and ideas at the wall to see what would stick and go viral, trying stuff from all different ranges to get that one video that would put me on the map. I had multiple different series and eras, I guess you could say, on my channel, all trying to chase that dream of success and becoming a famous YouTuber. None of it worked, but I tried nonetheless. I want to cover it all in this video. All the good, the bad, and the cringe.
Oh yeah, we got our energy! Woo!
Oh, so much cringe. I think the best way to make sure I don't miss anything is to break them off into different sections and talk about them individually. So with that, let's start things off with the first series that I've ever did on my channel.
When time. Da-na-na-na.
4 months after school is my first video, me and my friend Thomas were chilling outside my house when Thomas decided to put up the hitchhiking sign when cars were passing us. You know, where you give kind of a thumbs up to signal someone to pick you up because you're stranded, but when the car didn't stop, because why would it? We were 11 in a heavily populated residential area in Canada, he would then proceed to chase after the car. And I thought this was hilarious. So funny that I did what any 11-year-old would do. I ran inside and grabbed my Kodak camera so I could film it for YouTube. Well, that's what any 11-year-old would do now, except they would already have an iPhone to film it. Yeah, I didn't. This is 2011. I had to deal with this camera that could barely film up to 480p. After we finished filming that video, I got the genius idea to turn this into a series. No, not a series about Thomas chasing cars, but a series of me daring Thomas to do dumb stuff that I thought was funny. Thus, Dares was born. I thought this idea was so amazing, it would go viral, and I could see it on Kids React, another YouTube channel I was watching a lot at the time. This format could even be turned into a TV show like Jackass. This would be the series to put me on the map. Did it? No. Yeah, this series just ended up being two idiot kids with a camera trying to be like Jackass without wanting to get hurt or do anything gross. So it was oh yeah, mega It was an interesting concept to look back on, but what we did as kids was just so lame. I mean, Thomas running into a pole, him dancing in the streets, me running into my front door, running up the slide, another friend piggybacking my sister titled The Strongest Man in the World. Oh, well that's just a fat joke about my sister. That's f***ed up. The later episodes did get a little better, but not by much. The one I like to look back on, if I could choose a favorite, is the Dares Halloween special. At this point in time, my dad noticed I was making more and more videos and decided to help me out a bit. He lent me an actual camcorder and started teaching me on his editing software that he'd been using for a couple of years, which I still use the same brand to this day. It's called Magic's Movie Edit Pro, if you were wondering, and I don't care what anyone says, I swear by it. It's easy to use and I've been able to do some cool stuff with it over the years. Hashtag not sponsored, hashtag could be sponsored. Magic's, call me. All I can say is the Dare series is lost potential. It was the first series that I did on my channel, and you can definitely tell because it has major growing pains, but ultimately does not grow at all. It's not even the best we could have done as kids. It's something I would consider revisiting again, but probably won't. I did, however, use it as a way to bully Thomas and kick his ass, so I might do it again. It might be worth revisiting.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I have this weird feeling that Adrian wants to bring back Dares to bully me again.
Stop being a bitch and man up, would you?
Says the queen of bitches herself.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Hey guys, what's up? You might know me as from my first video ever on YouTube, School is Gay, or you may see me on Dare.
The vlogs was another series I had running on my channel around the same time as the Dare series. It technically started with my first video, School is Happy. It wasn't actually something I considered a series at the time. I occasionally would get the idea to talk about a topic I was into or just something I wanted to talk about, like schools and how they're great. Schools are great. Some of the topics I talked about range from YouTubers I was really into, like Ray William Johnson and Fluffy Talks, or movies and books like Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Hunger Games, and any other random topic in between. These videos were not planned out at all. I know, shocking, right? I mostly made them out of boredom, not for a passion for video making. I didn't even think I would go big from these videos. I just made them for the sake of, I don't know, why not? It was something to do that day. There's not much more I can say. This series was just an 11 to 13-year-old kid talking about random stuff.
Just like, I dare you to stop making videos, you little kids. Really? We're not little kids, whoever this person is, because really? I think you should shut your mouth.
Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, right. I wasn't.
I'm gonna do it today! Whoa! Oh yeah, I'm a drummer! Aww.
With us slowing down on making dares and my vlog still being made whenever I felt like it, me and Thomas tried to do more ambitious stuff, while also throwing anything we could at the wall to see what would stick and make us go viral. Which led us to doing some of the most random stuff, because why not? We really didn't have much to lose anyways. We liked an idea, so we went for it. And nothing more shows our random ambitious more than our first project, I'm Not Copying Fred Winter Battle 2012. Yeah, this was our take on making a food battle, topped off with the transition between challenges. The way we were even talking, we were basically copying Smosh.
Let me be right back so I can get my jacket. Let's battle! Let's do our final challenge, and you're going down because I'm gonna kick your ass. Son, big time. Son!
Should've changed the channel name to I'm Not Copying Smosh. That was the stupidest joke. Who wrote this? Yeah, like I said, this was practically our carbon copy of Food Battle. Hell, Thomas even dies at the end. And just like the Dare series, I see this video as lost potential. I would, however, rank this video higher than the Dare series as a whole, only because this was the first video with multiple shots that I tried to take the editing skills my dad taught me and make them my own. This is something that I could 100% make better today, and just like Dare's, would be interesting to revisit again. But for the video we made at the time, as cringy and as much of a blatant copy of Smosh's Food Battle it was, it started to show a little bit more of my creative side, and also showing that we can try more ambitious projects, that we weren't stuck doing Dares videos or random vlog. We can try and experiment more and do different stuff. It showed we had the potential for it. I called this Winter Battle 2012. Like this was gonna be a yearly thing. It is funny though, but I vaguely remember filming a summer battle video, but I have no idea where that footage went.
Guys, welcome to a new series that is going to be every Tuesday. It's called Challenge.
After successfully making the Winter Battle video, I said making it successfully, not it making us successful, you would think we would try to stab at another big scripted project. You would think that, right? Yeah, no. Like I said, this is our random era where we were doing whatever we could to try and go viral in some way, shape, or form. Thomas tried doing challenge videos on his channel, so I thought the Dare series was done, so why not replace it with a new challenge series? I even made a new intro for it and everything. This was looking to be an interesting new direction for the channel. Yeah, I made 2 videos. They both were terrible chugging challenges. Yeah. It seemed like it would have been a good idea. I honestly don't know why I didn't try and do something with it. But if you watch the video, I didn't even do the challenge. I drank half the bottle and then moved on to the next one. Maybe that's why.
Well, we got a little lunch break treat for you today. What are we doing? Singing! Are you sure? That doesn't seem like us.
Oh, I'm ashamed to admit we did this one. What you are looking at is 2 videos me and Thomas had made of us singing. Oh, why? I honestly can't remember why we thought this would be a good idea, but we both knew these songs off by heart and decided to film us singing it with no editing, no music added, just us singing like we were at an American Idol audition. And
Dookie, 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 fresh, Dookie, 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 fresh, Dookie, fresh. Oh, 1 minute, I'm all fucked. Listen, Dookie, Dookie, Dookie. Because when I arrive, I bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher. What the shit?
ah! Yeah, I did way better singing Eye of the Tiger than I did this. No contest. Rising up, back on the streets, did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight.
Rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
I'm putting these two videos together because they're both one-off videos that I made describing the random era perfectly. Punch in the face was basically I told Thomas to film him knocking on his door, by the way, and then punch me in the face. None of it was pre-planned, we just kind of did it. I really like this one. It's one of those few times where our improv skills, or lack thereof, worked out. This one, I can watch it without cringing too hard. Now, I can't exactly say the same thing for Mailbox 2.0. Have you ever had a 12-year-old try to make a sick beat out of a dumb 2-second clip? Because I have. The only difference is I didn't get a 12-year-old, I was the 12-year-old. Mailbox 2.0 was a video I took from Thomas's iPod Touch of me opening my mailbox saying, "What's in the mailbox?" Yeah, that's it.
Die, potato!
I'm kidding, of course, but I made that video and uploaded it and then thought to myself, I wonder if I can make a cool remix beat from this. I still remember sitting in the living room editing this one on my dad's laptop and freaking out in excitement when it was working out, as much as this concept would work out at least. It's not a bad video, it's just a really weird one that I did. It was supposed to come out cool and epic and just ended up being weird and annoying.
What's in the mailbox?
Nothing was in the mailbox. Die, potato! Not today.
This one's just a shameless copy. And a bad one at that. This was our second big project. ASDF movies were really big at this point in time, and me and Thomas really liked watching them and made reference to them all the time. I still reference these videos to this day. Not a day goes by without me saying, I am a Stegosaurus. So yeah, we watch these videos a lot. And then one day I stumbled upon a trend of people doing ASDF movies in real life and thought to myself, I could do that. So we planned out what bits to do and me and Thomas filmed it in a day. And the result?
You get mugged. No, you're getting mugged. Oh, that didn't work. Haha. I can't read. Hey, son, what are you up to? I trains. Haha. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You suck! Daddy!
Well, what'd you expect? This wasn't ASDF movies in real life. This was AFSD movies in real life. That's slightly more original. Some parts I look back on this video that are funny for how we made this video with what we had, like using Thomas's iPod as a gun and even using permanent marker on a potato. Then there's the parts I look at and went, well, that was a choice. For example, I wanted to use music for certain bits, like the intro and Thomas's dying scene, but I didn't know how to download music. So what was my solution instead? Yep, I recreated the music myself and recorded it using the built-in microphone on my dad's laptop. Okay. On top of that, our acting was just horrendous in this video. Like, I know it was bad in the winter battle video, but for some reason, it's like we got worse here. I couldn't even tell you what was wrong with us. I was over the top with all my deliveries, and Thomas...
Kid fight! Oh no, I'm allergic to the this.
He was supposed to say the line before I threw the cat. I threw an actual cat at him! And don't even get me started on my dyslexic ass calling it AFSD movies in real life. For some reason, I never used spell check, like ever, which was bad because apparently I didn't know how to spell for which led to most of my friends that I would text having to learn a whole new language called Adrianese. Oh yeah, also me randomly beating the shit out of Thomas. I have no idea why I did that. It's not like it was planned. Taking a look back at my old videos, this was a common trend of me just picking on Thomas or just beating the absolute shit out of him for no reason.
How are you doing today? I changed! One, two, three! I'm out! There we go! See you next time! Yeah! Okay, no, okay, you want to get off of it! Hey, Thomas.
He must be a masochist because I have no idea why he's still friends with me. I still like this video. It's one of those videos you look back on knowing it's bad and that's why you rewatch it. It was a step in the right direction, but with a bit more tweaking and acting lessons, clearly. This could have been one of the best videos I made back in the day, but it's not. Far from it. It's up there, but even the best of trash is still trash.
That's it, Mom! I'm moving out!
Me too! Love you, Mom.
The greatest thing ever just happened to me!
We couldn't dance. Why did we think this was a good idea? This was us trying to follow a popular trend. I know what you're thinking, what popular trend involved the Grim Reaper dancing? Well, it was more of the fact that Gangnam Style was really popular, so we thought a dance-off would be a good idea for a video. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, we always thought the dumbest ideas were genius. A little behind the scenes knowledge is throughout the filming of the first video, we weren't actually listening to the song. We were just humming the beat over and over, and I just cut it together from that. Why we decided to do more after that is beyond me. After we made the first one to Gangnam Style, we thought this might be our new series. We didn't think we were good at dancing, far from it. We thought this might gain traction for how stupid we look. Plus, also trying to ride the trend of epic rap battles of history, another really popular YouTube channel at the time. Hey, at least this one we only copied the name, kind of. Grim Reaper vs. Thomas LJ Dance-Off was definitely a nod to them at the very least. We continued and did 2 more videos of this, dancing to the mega hit popular songs at the time, Parents Suck and La Internet Melody. Oh no. These songs were not even relevant at the time when we made these videos. Parents Suck released a year before it, and the La Internet Melody released 2 years before. I think I remember the only reason we chose these songs, well, I chose the songs, Thomas just kind of showed up and I told him what we were doing, is because I was really into Smosh at the time, and I also saw the Internet Melody on Kids React and really liked those songs. So I guess I had them on my iPod and made them easier to do. And also we could dance to the music actually playing. My editing in these videos are not the greatest, but honestly, for what we were making at the time, these were not that bad. I would never have the confidence to try and do this again, but I'm happy with what we got from back then. Also, I lost the mask, so, you know, continuity and all.
Hey, Adrian, remember that Grim Reaper mask you used to have?
Yeah?
Well, I found it.
Yep, gone forever to never be found.
It's spherical! Spherical!
This video here is not like the rest. This was actually for a school project back in 7th grade. You see, our teacher said we had to form a group and make a commercial based off a product that we came up with. The group I got put into was all gamers, so naturally we chose to make a commercial based off a new gaming system that we called the Gaming Sphere.
What's a game sphere? Oh
only the most sophisticated gaming experience ever created by humans.
Funnily enough, I thought this was an original idea. I guess not. I remember coming up with ideas to put in the video, but I don't think there was an actual script we made. All of it was kind of done on the fly, with the help of my teacher, of course. Shout out to Mr. Chang. It was a fun project to work on. We filmed after school, so we had free range of the school to use with obvious limitations. We managed to film it all within a couple of hours. You can definitely tell. I can watch this back anytime, and I don't find it cringy at all. I look back and remember this as a fun school project, which is funny because I had trouble paying attention in school and handing in projects and homework on time. I was far from an A student. I know, shocking, right? But at least I graduated high school.
Okay. Alright. I got it.
Like I said, I was always late for class and never handed anything in on time. But when it came to this project in particular, the second my teacher emailed me the footage, I had it done the next day. It actually shocked him. He even told me that he'd never seen me do something so fast before. That should have been my first sign that this is something I should pursue and get better at. But no, I didn't think of a career path until the last year of high school, which I thought was going to be in game development, only to realize that years later, that was stupid. I should have looked into a career in the film industry. But I'm getting ahead of myself. If I had one thing to take away from this whole random era, is that I didn't really have a focus on what I wanted to do on this channel. This shows that I was all over the place. I was really trying to throw whatever I could at the wall to see what would stick. I had big ideas, but poor execution. But it was all necessary to take me where I am today. So I am, at the very least, grateful for that. This one I'm excited to talk about. I'm a mega Skylander fan. Couldn't you tell? I always have. Since the first game released in 2011, Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, I followed the series all the way to the end and beyond, really. I don't know what it was, but the Toys to Life aspect got me hook, line, and sinker. It was only natural that I would end up doing a few videos on the channel about it. But what I didn't expect was the very limited success I had over the years is all thanks to Skylanders. I noticed there were a few channels rising in popularity that covered Skylanders around this time, being CoinOp TV, Family Gamer TV, The Asian Guy Gamer, and the biggest one of them all, the Skylander Boy and Girl. It was that last channel there, the Skylander Boy and Girl, that really got me into making videos about Skylanders. Well, that, and when I found out about the game, I fell into my hyperfixation mode and got mega obsessed. Again. What was originally planned as a one-off video of me talking about how I got the game and that I really like it turned into something so much bigger than I could have ever imagined. Just like the random era section, I'm gonna break these videos down further into their own sections, just so I don't miss anything and make sure I cover it all. Because to me, this was a pretty big part of my life.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to our first ever, our second Skylander unboxing video.
My first two videos on Skylanders were, as I mentioned, the one of me talking about the game, and then I made another one titled Skylanders 1-to-1 Breakdown. Yeah, remember when I mentioned my made-up language, Adrianese? This is a prime example of that. It's like I went out of my way to not use spell check. I really don't know. That video was just me looking at a Spyro figure and then reading his bio. Nothing too special. An interesting concept where I expand upon it later, kind of, but we'll get to that. As for Skylanders videos, I left it at that for a little bit. Well, until Christmas 2012, where I got the second game, Skylanders Giants, and I decided to take a stab at making unboxing videos, which worked out well because I got a lot of Skylanders for Christmas that year. And Thomas was also doing the same thing on his channel. And I couldn't have Thomas do something that I wasn't. The unboxing videos were some of my favorite videos on the channel. With each game, I improved how I formatted the videos and got better and better all the way to the last game, Skylanders Imaginator. For Giants and the first half of Swap Force, I used the behind the camera approach, meaning it was basic as an unboxing video could be. Just showing off the packaging, not well I might add, ripping open the box, showing the toy, reading the stat card, and that's it. Like I said, pretty basic for what an unboxing video could be. It was halfway through Skylanders Swap Force where I changed the way I filmed the unboxings as I started using my iPod Touch to film these videos instead of my Kodak camera. So I would prop up my iPod and show myself unboxing the figure. Still doing the same as before, but now with me being in front of the camera. I think this way added a level of personality to the unboxing. You know, showing me and my excitement for these figures. You really start to see more of my personality shine through. These unboxings were a lot more fun to make as well. It felt more like we were opening the figure together and experiencing it all for the first time together, rather than me just opening it. Okay, it's just an unboxing, dude, relax. It's not like I made a work of art. It's more like I took a in a creative way. The next year, Skylanders Trap Team came out, and my dad lent me his camera to use, so I reverted back to me being behind the camera. This time though, I do a way better job of showing off the box and the figure, and the video started to look much more high quality too, with the help of the camera my dad lent me, of course. You lose out a bit on the personality aspect, but I make up for it and would later experiment with different things, like putting the character on the portal to see it in game for the first time with the help of the Wii U gamepad. Later, just recording straight from the game itself with my capture card, and I also tried having 360 spins of the characters at the end of the videos. Trap Team was the year that I tried all different kinds of things to make these unboxing videos my own. So let's see how I improve upon it with the next game, Skylanders Superchargers. I only unboxed the starter pack. And I didn't even do some of the things that I've been doing all throughout Trap Team. It was just really lazy. See, back in the Giants days, when I didn't feel like recording, I created a little series that I called Look What I Got. Just take an unboxing video, take out the unboxing, boom, look what I got video. It is weird that I didn't bring it back for Superchargers, or even do any unboxings for that matter. This was also at the time I was trying to do too much at once on the channel. We'll get to that. So that's probably why I didn't record any, or even attempt to. But then the following year, Skylanders Imaginators released, and this is where I perfected my Skylanders unboxing format. Still being behind the camera, but I would go in depth into the packaging, then a close-up look at the figure with a 360 spin included, and also a seamless transition to show off the gameplay of the character. I love the way these unboxings turned out. It brought back a little bit of that personality that I had in the Swap Force unboxings. Like I said, the unboxing videos were by far my favorite videos, not only to make, but to also look back on. They were the videos that I put the most work into at the time. I later tried to expand to doing Disney Infinity and Amiibo unboxings, but I always look back on the Skylander videos because I've always had more of a passion for Skylanders more than anything else.
Hey guys, what is going on? It is Adrian Brandt, aka I'm Not Copying Fred here, with a new series that is starting on my channel, which is actually called Skylanders 4 Watch, as you saw that awesome, amazing intro.
This one's a weird, rough journey that I could never quite master like I did the unboxings. I found out about Skylanders Spiral's Adventure in the summertime before the game came out, and then got the game for Christmas that year. The same thing also happened with Giants, so I was never a part of the hype train following all the news and leaks leading up to the release. That wasn't until just after the reveal of Skylanders Swap Force. Not only was I following every piece of news and leaks possible leading up to the game's launch, I also decided to participate in sharing all the stuff I found. Unfortunately, the way I thought would be best was a short slideshow of pictures I found overlaid with random songs on my iPod. And yeah, this was also around the time when I had the Fred albums on my iPod. Holy sh**. It's gone full circle.
That's a try.
Yeah, well, I'm dyslexic. Yeah, these videos were just plain bad. I really don't remember the thought process I had in making them. I just remember downloading a video editing app on my iPod, and that's what I produced. I later got a brain and started recording a voiceover and explaining what pictures I had in the video, but even those were bad too, because I had to rush everything due to the slideshow format that the app could only do. You see how this is a rough journey? Yeah, it doesn't get much better from here. For some reason, I stuck by using this crappy app, using it for all of Skylanders Swap Force and the beginning of Trap Team, but later resorted back to making videos with Magics again, which made them a lot better. So, how did I f*** it up?
What is up, peoples of the interconnected net? It is me, Adrian Brandt, aka I'm Not Copying Fred, back with you with another news update for Skylanders Trap Team.
I don't know why my dumbass thought a microphone could not hear me unless it was practically in my mouth. At least the videos are starting to look better, but I might as well have just kept the copyrighted music instead of that. I later learned how microphones worked and backed away from it to make them sound better. I even started explaining things better while having a mix of B-roll and the photos of the news. With each game, I slightly improved on how I did these videos, but not by much. My problem with these videos is, even though I slightly improved on them, they all felt so rushed. And well, that's because they were. I was competing with like 15 other Skylanders news channels at the time, all trying to be the first to upload the news. In order to be first, you kind of had to cut corners and not put that much effort into it as like I would the unboxing video. They are videos I do look back on, but only for the nostalgic part of it, to see what was leaked or just revealed, to kind of go back in time and relive that excitement. But other than that, these are the worst videos that were on my channel, in my opinion.
At Target, attempting to go Skylander hunting. Sorry, my voice is low, don't want anybody to hear me.
Even though my news videos and unboxings were the main things I covered when it came to Skylanders on my channel, I also tried experimenting with different stuff. I saw hunting videos were doing really well, so I decided to give it a try, but the thing was, I didn't have the confidence to pull out my camera in the middle of a store and film myself looking at the Skylanders section of a Walmart or Target, when Target was in Canada. What I would do is stuff my camera in my hoodie pocket with the lens peeking out. Yeah, it looks a lot shadier than it sounds. I was always so scared that an employee or security would tell me to stop and take my camera away or tell me I'm not allowed to film or something like that. So every time I made a hunting video, I always did this method, which led to, well, not the greatest looking videos. Sometimes I would forget to film entirely, so I would use the What I Got series as a replacement for hunting videos, as well as the unboxings. I would put these videos just slightly higher than the news videos, only for the fact that it's nice to see how these stores looked when Skylanders took out a whole wall in the game section. But as nice as it is to see that, I still think these videos are pretty lazy. I didn't even edit any of them, I just kind of filmed and uploaded it. Although I think these are better than the news videos, it's still pretty bottom of the barrel stuff if you ask me. Others did this way better at the time, that's for sure. That still didn't stop me from trying other ways to make Skylanders content. As I mentioned before, one of the first videos I did was called Skylanders 1-to-1 Breakdown, an interesting concept where I would take a closer look into gameplay and the character's bio. But my thinking was, instead of doing that good, I would subvert everyone's expectations and do it bad. Well, mission accomplished! Instead of going into the game, doing a close-up on the figure, or anything remotely close to that, nope, I just took a look at the character page on the Skylanders website. Content. I later returned to that series in 2014, where I threw an event on my channel called Skylanders Week, where I just made Skylanders content all week long. That's all I was really doing on my channel already. So why did I make an event to do something that I was already doing? This time around though, I decided to rename the series Skylanders Up Close and Personal, because that was way easier to spell than Breakdown apparently, where I fixed all my problems I had in the first time around. I would show you a close look at the figure, read the stats from the character card, read the character's bio, and then proceed to show you a bit of gameplay. It was much better formatted than before. Unfortunately, I didn't have the right equipment to make this series as good as it could be. Like for example, showing you the gameplay, I used what me and my other best friend Corey would call the El Ghetto, which meant we were recording gameplay by just filming the TV screen. In comparison to the first video, these were much better at doing what it was supposed to. I would love to retry these videos now that I have the proper equipment to make them the way that they should have been. I do have that new Skylanders channel now. Now, those were the main other series I made. Not something I fully committed to, but something I tried to do that I see as iconic when looking back on my channel. There were other smaller videos I tried doing with Skylanders, like Skylanders Battle Mode Royale, which was a tournament I tried to do with every single Skylander that was released at that time. I only ended up making a handful of these videos due to the fact that you have to have 2 players in order to play Battle Mode, and the games didn't have online. I only had Thomas, which was not always easy to get to come play a game for a few hours on camera, and I wasn't about to ask anyone in my family to come film a video with me. They didn't watch my videos at the time, let alone get them to be a part of one. Especially a Skylanders one. I've also made other random one-off videos involving Skylanders. For example, I thought I could make a Skylander-themed talk show named Spyro Talks, a series where I just put my mouth on the figure akin to something like the Annoying Orange and try to do my impression of the character. How did I do? Have you even been watching this video? It's almost always bad. My method of trying to do it was putting green over the figure's mouth and then chroma keying it out and replacing it with a video of my mouth. However, when I made the first video, I guess my editing software thought Gilgrunt looked more green than blue and completely keyed him out, which led to my solution of putting another photo on top of it, but not lining it up, like at all, looking kind of awkward and bad to say the least. Not to mention my what I thought was spot on impression being—
So let's get to our first and only guest, I guess. He has fins of fury. Well, he's a fish. Please, everybody, welcome Gilgrunt.
Woohoo! Fins of fury!
Hey, Gilgrunt. Thanks for coming.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, it was a good idea, but just like everything else I did at the time, poor execution. It's kind of sad I didn't continue with this one. I remember having so many different ideas that if I continued, I would have naturally improved. It would have been something that nobody else in the Skylander community was doing. Instead, I made it so it was dead on arrival. There were other big ambitious projects I was working on in the background at the time. The only one that really comes to mind now is Skylander Mega Bloks Heroes. This was going to be a stop motion animated series using the Skylander Mega Bloks set. I had it all planned out. I was going to get different YouTubers to do the voices of the different characters. I don't remember why I didn't go through with it though. I remember doing the photos for the first episode, but that was all. I didn't really pursue it further from that. Another missed opportunity for something unique in the Skylanders community, if you ask me. But you know what the Skylander community did need at the time? More videos of people playing the game. Original content.
Now is the time, Portal Master.
The magic moment at every Portal Master has played this, the best moment of the whole game was putting down the first Skylander, but the confusion was which one to put down.
Around the end of the Swap Force era, going into the Trap Team one, I bought an Elgato so I could record gameplay properly. So long were the days of recording off my TV screen using the good old-fashioned Elgato. Now I can record actual good-looking videos. At first I was doing things like showing some gameplay of the new characters that I got, and even incorporating the gameplay into the unboxing videos, as I mentioned earlier, but then moved on to doing tips and tricks videos like how to level up your Skylanders fast or how to get rich quick in the game. But there was one video that I can actually say went viral and was extremely successful. The video I'm talking about, of course, being Skylanders Trap Team, How to Get into an Unknown Element Gate. When Trap Team was released in October of 2014, people started to notice that in the game there were these unknown element gates, and everybody wanted to know what was hiding inside them. Until a few days after the game's launch, yeah, it really didn't take long for people to break the game. My best friend Corey, otherwise known as Wyrock the Elite Slayer at the time, found a trick to get inside one of these gates. You basically take Hoodsicle, one of the villains that you can trap and play as, and use his teleporting ability at just the right angle of one of these gates, and the game will glitch you inside, revealing what the unknown element was, and even unlocking a video of an unannounced Skylander from that said element. It was so cool to be able to see these characters way ahead of the official reveals, and everybody else thought so too, because this video is my most viewed video ever. It got over 135,000 views. Nobody else even came close to doing those numbers for the exact same video. I still to this day can't wrap my head around why this video did so well and why others fell flat. But hey, I'm not complaining. I can say I have a video that has more than 135,000 views, even though it's unlisted now. In between those smaller videos, I took my shot at making playthroughs of the Skylanders game. They weren't good, but like I said, I tried. I kept trying to do all the games from the first game all the way up to whatever the current game was at the time, but I could never stick to it for one reason or another. And believe me, I kept trying to make it work. I had 2 different playthroughs of Spyro's Adventure, both times stopping at the first quarter of the game. I didn't get my capture card until near the end of Swap Force, as I mentioned before. So like I said prior, I mostly did gameplay of the new characters I got, not even bothering with a playthrough of that game. When Trap Team came out, I did one video on the first level and then stopped. I decided to not continue on because I didn't feel like I was entertaining enough in the video, and I just wanted to play through the game and not worry about content. The next year, however, Skylanders Superchargers released, and I was gung-ho about playing the entire game on video. And they were pretty mediocre gameplay videos, if I'm being quite honest. Nothing too impressive, but I stuck to it to the end, and I accomplished a playthrough of a game for once on the channel, which later inspired me to do other games. But we're not there just yet. The next year came with the release of Imaginators, where once again I wanted to do a playthrough of the game. I started to do one and got halfway through the game, but then I got burnt out from doing all these playthrough type videos that I'm going to talk about in the next era. I just wanted to sit and enjoy a game from my all-time favorite franchise. And that was it for the Skylanders era on my channel. After Imaginators, the next game got canceled and the series was put on hold to not see a new entry anytime soon. So left most creators that cover Skylanders on their channel to move on to find something new to cover, myself included. I owe a lot to Skylanders. It was the one thing I covered the most and the longest on my channel. It gave me the opportunity to join a big community and meet new people and make new friends in this YouTube space along the way, like Skylanders Nick, Striker Hero Camo, Mousestall79, PDD Sports Card, and one of my very best friends, Corey Gardner, otherwise known as Wyrock the Elite Slayer to the Skylander community. Covering Skylanders also gave me the opportunity to try out different things and learn different techniques in making videos that became a mainstay in my videos even to this day. Most of the subscribers you see on my channel now came from those Skylanders days. I wasn't the biggest creator in the community, but I'm glad I was still a part of it. I always like to look back to, well, any Skylander video really, and remember what it was like back in those days, and relive the nostalgia. It was sad to see it go, but it was necessary. Nothing can last forever, and with the absence of Skylanders, it led me to try and find something new to do with my channel. But before we get there, there's one more era we need to talk about first.
Alright guys, we may suck.
Prepare to attack.
We may. That's about it.
You have anything else?
No, nothing else. We suck.
Thanks for the motivation, Adrian.
I mentioned a few times before, I got my Elgato in between the releases of Skylanders Swap Force and Skylanders Trap Team. Around this time, I started to get more invested into the gaming scene, watching all the newest Nintendo Directs and all the E3 press conferences and so on and so forth. This is due to the fact that around this time is when I got my PS4, and also Nintendo released their Toys to Life product, Amiibo. And I went all in on collecting. If a game seemed interesting to me, I would go and pick it up. However, I made it a point that if a game had amiibo support, I would be getting that, no matter what it was. It was also at the time I was at my most successful with Skylanders content, and I thought I could strike oil twice. I thought I could corner the Nintendo amiibo market in the YouTube space by making amiibo news, unboxings, and gameplay of any game that had amiibo support. So I decided to change my channel into a Let's Play channel, uploading gameplay videos 3 times a day daily, playing games like Mario Party 10, Splatoon, Smash Brothers, Star Fox Zero, and Yoshi's Woolly World. I also tried to expand and ride the wave of trending games and new releases, playing games like FNAF World, Street Fighter V, and Pokken Tournament. I did this for about 2 years straight, and as I said before, uploading 3 times a day daily, which looking back was a really dumb idea. Because around this time, YouTube algorithms changed and created this thing called subscriber burn, which meant if someone subscribed to my channel and missed a few uploads in a row, YouTube saw it as that person is no longer interested in my content and would stop showing my videos in their subscription feed. So uploading mediocre gaming videos that no one was interested in 3 times a day daily for like 2 years was not the smartest choice. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to continue with it, but much like most things at that time, I didn't really think about it. I just kind of did it and hoped for the best. Yeah, doing these videos did not help me figure out anything. They were just lazily done, mediocre gameplay videos. Honestly, they weren't even that entertaining to watch either. I can't even tell you how hard it was for me to talk and play a game, let alone be entertaining. I did the bare minimum when it came to editing too. I just recorded gameplay with the default settings on the Elgato and then added an intro and outro to it. I've learned now how to be entertaining, kind of, while playing a game on video, hence why I made a Let's Play channel. But back then, this was not a good direction for my channel. I just thought I could make easy gameplay videos and people would subscribe. The only problem is I was missing the personality part while playing. Better than the Skylanders news videos, but I could have done a way better job at making these. I just wanted easy views and I didn't get it. And it's a good thing I didn't too, because I couldn't imagine if I kept going with this direction. It was something I wasn't passionate about like I was with Skylanders. That's probably why those videos were not as good as my Skylander ones. But I tried to expand the success I got from Skylanders, but just ended up driving those people away in the process. I then stopped doing gameplay videos and tried to refocus my channel back to Skylanders, just in time for the release of the last game, which we already talked about.
How are we gonna do chicken broth, man?
How is it in Prude juice?
You shitting me? It's Prude's. Did you smell the bottle? It f***ing reeks, bro.
Well, we're finally at home stretch. Just hold on a bit longer. We're almost done. After Skylanders ended its run in 2017, I'm gonna be honest, I felt a little empty inside. I had no idea where to take my channel. I couldn't go back to Let's Plays because I already tried that and failed, and I wasn't about to do it again. I tried doing news coverage and gameplay of Crash Insane Trilogy and the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, but it didn't feel the same as it did with Skylanders. I slowly stopped thinking about making videos entirely. Then, eventually, every time I thought about a video I could make, I never got the push to make it. I remember in 2019, I think it was, it had been so long since I made a video, I tried to make a new one, I scripted it out and hit record, and I froze. To give you some context, in the 8 years I was doing YouTube before that point, I never froze up once when making a video. So for me to freeze when making a video, I knew I lost my touch. So I just left the channel the way it was. It was nice to look back on all the stuff I made, and as fun of an idea it would be to make videos again, I couldn't think of anything to make videos on. Well, that wasn't until I bought a green screen on Prime Day. I remember seeing it on Amazon and saying, hey, why not? Better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it, so I bought it. And as it was shipping, I thought of a funny idea for a video that I could do to show Corey and Thomas that I got a green screen. So I got the green screen, made the video, and sent it to them. I didn't post it on YouTube or anywhere else. It was just a funny video I made for my friends to see. They thought it was funny and said I should post it to YouTube, but in my mindset, this was just a video for them, not one I made to post. A little bit later, me, Thomas, and Corey went to E3 2019, and while we were there, I bought a Nerf gun and then proceeded to annoy Thomas the entire week we were at Corey's house by constantly shooting him with it. I filmed every time I shot him with it because I thought it was hilarious, and then posted the compilation to Instagram. When I got home, I got the idea to take those videos and a few others of me beating the shit out of him and turn them into a Hard Knock Life meme video. Why? Thought it'd be funny. And it was. I made it and sent it to Thomas. He thought it was really funny, and that was it. Again, no thought of uploading it to YouTube. I did post this one to Instagram, but that was about it. Some time had passed by again, and I was on a video call with another one of my friends when I pulled out my green screen for all reasons, and she said I should make a weatherman video with it. At first, I couldn't think of how I could do it and make it funny or entertaining, but then it slapped me right in the face. I'm not just gonna make a weather video. I'll do a whole fake news show. So the next day I woke up, and before I wrote a script or anything, I got the idea to pan to a sports section of the news and say, "Go sports" or something, and then get hit in the face with a ball. So I asked my mom if she could hit me in the face with a ball for a video. No questions, nothing. She just said yes. She seemed almost excited to do so. Love you too, Mom. After filming that scene, I went in my room and then wrote out the whole script in 15 minutes or so. Then I proceeded to set up my camera, my green screen, and recorded the video and edited right after. I managed to do it all in one day, which is funny to look back on because now it takes me a week to make one of these videos. Hell, it's taking me a week just to write the script for this video you're watching right now, let alone how long the editing is gonna take me for this. But I'm getting off topic here. I finished the video and showed it to my family and all my friends. Everyone liked it and thought it was really funny. Even my friend that gave me the idea to make the video thought it was funny, and she never laughs at any of my jokes. So I knew I had a winner here. Corey said it was so good and eagered me to post it, but I just sat on the video for a few months. Then I made myself a new logo and said, if I'm gonna start posting again, I'm gonna do a full rebrand. A reboot, if you would. He said it! He said the thing! So I unlisted all 800 of my old videos and uploaded the 3 new ones. Check out what I got: Thomas's Hard Life and Channel 342 News. This was a fresh start for a new beginning. But I hadn't yet known what direction I was going to take the channel. Where do I go from here? I got a new start, but how do I take advantage of it? It didn't take long before I had my next idea. You see, I got a soda stream for my birthday. For those of you who don't know what a soda stream is, it's basically a thing that infuses liquids, or more specifically water, with CO2 and turns it into a soda. But it wasn't the fact of having one that gave me the idea. It was more that one day after work when I came home, my dad was telling me that he put his morning coffee in the soda stream and that it didn't taste that good. Well, no I remember looking at him and asking him, why? And he just kind of responded with, why not? I was curious. My dad was a weird dude, I'm telling you. But for my dad's curiosity sparked an idea in my head. What if I took regular liquids and put them in a soda stream and see what they tasted like as a soda? So I called up the perfect man for the job, Thomas. He said it sounded awesome, so I headed to his house. Then we went to Walmart and spent like $200 in drinks and other liquids. Went back to his house and recorded the video. It was honestly a really fun video to make. Me and Thomas always bounce off each other so perfectly, it always turns out really funny. But it all sounds perfect, so that means something went wrong.
Yeah, the camera stopped recording quite a bit. I lost about half my footage here.
Yep, I lost half my footage. That means I drank carbonated chicken broth for nothing. Fuck! Hey, this video is technically PG-13, so I'm allowed one uncensored F-bomb. And I wasted it on Thomas. Losing half the footage didn't stop me though. I still edited what I could together to try and salvage as much as I could. The video itself still turned out pretty good. I might consider doing a sequel down the line. After I released that video though, every time I got an idea, I wrote it down. And for the longest time, I had this idea for a video about G Fuel. But every time I went to film it, something would happen that would cause me to not be able to. Also at this time, I ended up having to do 12-hour shifts at work, and by the time I got home, I was too tired to do anything really. So my videos once again got shoved to the sidelines. Not out of lack of drive like last time, but more I was too tired and didn't have the time to. So a year went by until I had the inspiration and time to make videos again. But that led to another roadblock. In June of 2021, my dad unfortunately lost his fight with cancer. The man that taught me how to edit, taught me to always think outside the box, and always encouraged my creative side, especially when it came to my videos, had passed away. It was hard. It's one of those things you never expect it to hit, but when it does, it feels like you're getting hit by a truck made of bricks. It honestly took me a bit before I could even come up with a video idea. But in that time, I did manage to buy myself a new camera, and I tried making something new, but the well was dry for a bit. We ended up moving not too long after he passed, and the house we moved into had an in-law suite, meaning I can make videos and be as loud as I want to and not disturb my family. So I got set up and took a look back at that G Fuel video again and started structuring a new video format that I called INCF. This would be a new series where I would talk about a topic and sprinkle jokes throughout the video, making it be mostly less about the topics and more about the jokes, and thus the wonderful world of G Fuel was made. This 6-minute long video took me 2 weeks to make, and the result? Seriously? Oh, what the fuck? Come on! Hello and welcome to the Gamers Anonymous Yummy Bar, where we take the G Fuel flavors that you know and love and we fuck them up. We are now open for business. Shit! What the f***? Kinda cringy, but still funny. This video was the start of me getting my inspiration back. I continued to use this format and covered a variety of different topics like The Sims, Five Nights at Freddy's, and the Mario Brothers cartoon, just to list a few. This wasn't a format I feel I've mastered just yet. A step in the right direction, no doubt, with each video improving on the last one, but over time I'm slowly changing the format to be a healthy balance between information and comedic bits. Although the format is not fully there yet, I'll keep sticking with it until I find the perfect format just for me. Just like how I did the unboxings back in the day. I've also been trying my hand at making shorter skit-like videos, similar to Channel 342 News, just dumb ideas that I think my friends will laugh at. It was at this point where I shifted from trying to be viral and successful and just trying to make stuff I was interested in, or what I think I could make my friends laugh at. I think this reboot of my channel and brand was a necessary one. It got me to move on from my past videos and look forward to making new content that I'm more passionate about. Gone are the days I just lazily make a news video with copyrighted music overlaid. And now I take my time and script it all out. I stopped caring if my videos get 5 views or 500. I'm making stuff I want to make and I'm having fun while doing it. I am really proud of the content that I make now, and I especially think my dad would be too. But that now begs the question, where do I go from here? What is the next era? Since all the way back from the Dares videos, I called myself Imnotcopyingfred Productions, where the channel name was I'm Not Copying Fred, but the company that made the videos is actually Imnotcopyingfred Productions. The thing being, I never really had a production. It honestly was me just trying to make myself sound more professional. Did it work? No! Any idea I had as a kid never worked. But I still kept calling myself I'm Not Copying Fred Productions. I think I'm at a point in my life where I can take on more projects, and now more than ever, I have a clear vision of how I can structure my channel and others. I can focus on making these bigger scripted videos and perfecting the format while having a skit pop up here and there. I can even do different stuff like have a channel just made for Let's Play videos. Maybe even start a podcast and have a conversation with my friends on it. Hell, why not have a Skylander dedicated channel to talk all things Skylanders? And while I'm at it, why not make a channel where I can do my rants and vlogs again, or whatever else I want to? These are just examples of stuff I'm working on and trying to make an actual production out of all of this. I have my near future set up, but honestly, who knows what will actually happen? Maybe in 3 years from now, I'll be in a new era with my content. So, am I a creator in crisis? No, not anymore. I definitely was back in the day, trying everything I could to become famous. Roughly around the Skylanders era is where I started to find my voice, but lost it right after Skylanders ended. After I rebooted myself, I started to look for my place in this creator space. What I found was a passion for content creation and wanting to make bigger and better projects. I'm no longer trying to find success. I'm just trying to do something I love to do, and if success comes, it comes, but if it doesn't, that's not gonna stop me from doing something I'm actually passionate about. I think I finally found where I'm supposed to be and what I should be doing. So no, I'm no longer a creator in crisis.
Sorry. You don't realize I can see your reflections. I can see. Oh my god. You're taking so long. Just walk over.
It won't attract the worm. Walk without rhythm, and it won't attract the worm. Walk without rhythm, and it won't attract the worm. If you walk without rhythm, you never learn. Don't be shy by the tone of my voice. Check out my new weapon,
Like, it's all I talk about. It's all I think about. I need to consume everything there is about this topic or thing. And this obsession can last forever. Because I can't read online.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. Hopefully I don't die. Bye.
Boy,
I'm gonna go now. Hopefully I don't die. Bye.
I have to do more than one take of those. Ow. That's such a
To make love to the angels of light. Yeah. And my girl, she just don't understand. It's gone beyond being a man. As I drift off into the night, I'm in flight. She's a boy scout, no doubt. But I'm gonna hold my cool, cause the music rules. Yeah. So groove on, baby. Check it out. Halfway between the gutter and the stars. Yeah. Halfway between the gutter and the stars. Yeah. You can blow with this, you can blow with that. You can blow with this, or you can blow with that. Or you can blow with this, or you can blow with that. Or you can blow with us. You can blow with this, you can blow with that. You can blow with this, or you can blow with that. Or you can blow with
This video is dedicated to my father, because without him, I don't think any of this would have been possible.